after popular demand and due to my followers that always have input on my projects, they all said, you gotta put that 16-amp stator on there, otherwise your battery will die. So while I personally think, you know, we tried it with the PTO on, it was maintaining a 12.23, that kind of a voltage. They're kind of right. You need higher buildup of electricity going into the battery. Otherwise, eventually, if you're going to PTO it the entire time, right, it's going to drain the battery eventually, right? Of course, the tractor can run without the PTO, just driving it around, charging at, you know, 12.8, 13 volts, whatever, and that'll charge the battery. But a lawnmower is designed to be mowing the lawn, right? So the PTO is going to be on a lot. So that will probably drain the battery. I will tell you that I'm a little concerned about the magnets on the flywheel. While we upgrade the stator on here to a 16 amp from a 5 amp, 5 to 16, that's a significant amount of current going into the battery. I'm worried that maybe the magnets won't be strong enough to match that 16 amps on the stator, you know? But the only one way to find out, right? I'm going to have to find a voltage regulator too, because that 16 amp stator comes with it's supposed to go with a voltage regulator. This current one right over here that only generates 5 amps is only a diode on there. So there's no voltage regulator. So I have to add a voltage regulator. So I'll take the hood off and cowling off and all that other jazz, and I'll put it on time lapse because it'll take a while. So as you guys saw, I'm having a dickens of a time getting this damn flywheel off. I tried the flywheel puller. Those cheap bolts just broke. Now one piece is inside the hole. I tried the old pterodactyl way from Tyrol Fixes All with the crowbar. Put some PB blaster on there. But what did I forget to do, guys? I forgot to put the nut back onto the thread so that I don't damage the thread while I'm banging. Well, guess what I did? That's right. I messed up the thread. So now, even if I did get the flywheel off, I can't get the thread back on. So I'm going to have to grind down that top part into like a cone so the nut will fit over it. It should be okay, but I still have to get the flywheel off. I don't know how I'm going to do it either. Success, success, I tell you, success. I finally got it off. You know how I got it off? I'll tell you how I got it off. So, pretend the flywheel is on there, right? See this bolt right there? I had this sitting right there, and I put weight right on it so that the edge of the flywheel right around here has the most leverage, right? So it's pulling up. And I used the air hammer there and went bam, 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 bam for a long time, man. And then finally, boom, came right off. Alright? So that's one thing. As you guys know, I also messed up this nut, right? I banged it so hard that this part here, you know, the threads, they went down. And so what I had to do was painstakingly, probably spent about an hour, re-threading the parts that were bad. You know what I'm saying? And while I was re-threading it carefully, I used some PB blaster. Once I got a hold of something here, I put PB blaster in there and just slowly turned it back and forth, almost making new threads. You following what I'm saying? So I don't know, it's a little tight and stuff like that, but I mean, I think if I use my impact later on to get it on, it will probably work. Probably. You see, guys, this is the reason why I don't want to mess with something that's already perfectly working, you know? You never know what's going to happen. You think this is an easy job, and then all of a sudden something happens bad, and I mean, look, if you trash that crankshaft threads, you know, you're never going to get that flywheel back on there, you know, tight, you know, the nut. And then the flywheel is going to be loose on there, and it's going to break the key, and you're screwed. The engines are shot, completely done. Unless you take it all apart and replace the crankshaft, you know. But I do what you guys tell me, and that's how interactive my channel is that you comment, you give me advice, I think it's a good idea, and I do what you guys tell me to do, because I know that what you guys tell me is probably best for what we're doing. Well, anyway, so that's the old Stator, right? As you can see, it's the red and black one. The red one has a diode on the end of the connector there. Now, if you look at it, this one looks good, this one, that one looks good, but this one looks kind of fried. Right? And that one there, look how dark that one is. This one's like doneski, you know? That one too. As you can see, it's these two that are doneski. These two are almost on its way to be done, right? And then it starts to get better. Here we have the new Stator. The new Stator has two black wires. I just did this side, I cleaned it. Look at this side. Pretty dirty, huh? So what I'm using is what I just got from my friends over at Lucas Oil Products. This is their contact cleaner. Quick drying formula. If you look at right here. It's designed especially for motorcycle applications to clean electrical parts that have been exposed to high levels of oil, dirt, and debris. Leaves no residue. Quick drying formula. Wow. Damn, I don't even have to brush it. See how clean that got that? Stuff really works, man. Alright, so I just used that Lucas Oil contact cleaner. That stuff really works good. See how powerful that stream was? Gets it's designed that way. Well, anyway, so this, as you can see, if you look at the color differences of the wires, this one's in much better shape. So I had a concern about it fitting. They look identical in size, in diameter, and it looks like the holes line up too, so that'll be cool. Also, I had a concern about the height of it, or the width of it, whether or not it would hit the flywheel, you know what I mean, or the magnets. But it looks like they're identical, you know, only this one seems, stuck on a flywheel. This one seems, the wire is heavier gauge. It's thicker. See what I'm saying? So that contributes to the amperage, the electrical current and the amperage. So it is heavier, but it seems to be exactly the same size, diameter, height, width, and all that. So that'll be good. As soon as I get my dog to stop barking, I'll come back and replace this. So I had this old voltage regulator from a John Deere, and I still have it. And those two yellow wires there connect onto the yellow connector there, right? Those two black wires are both AC current going out. The AC current goes into the yellow connector. 2 yellow wires. The AC current goes into the voltage regulator. The voltage regulator pumps out of the red wire DC current, which I will attach to this purple wire here. This purple wire goes to the wiring harness, which eventually goes into the battery. The battery! So there we go. Can you believe this is part 9 of this damn tractor? Never expected 9 parts to this, man. I've done a lot of work to this. You know, sometimes when you do a lot of work to this stuff, you don't even want to sell it. You just want to keep it. But what the, you know, I'm not going to keep all this stuff, you know? While you have it out, clean your shit. Get like an old toothbrush or something. You know how you get rid of a toothbrush instead of, my wife goes, throwing out all the toothbrushes. I said, wait a minute, put them in the garage, I could use them. And you know what? You use them before you throw them out, right? Use them first. Just want to make sure that all the magnets are attached, not loose, not filled with debris like we have here. But even though there's debris around it, it's not on it, right? But nevertheless, while you have it out, take the opportunity to clean it. That way, look, as you can see, just brushing it, right? You got these pieces that come out. Now, if they pop off while the flywheel is on the motor, engine, it could block something. So, take every opportunity to get out what you can, as to lessen the possibility of it breaking off and clogging something and blocking something. And you know, if it's hard enough, it'll rip up something. So that's pretty good, you know. That's all I wanted to do, is just to clean my shit a little. Look at that. Look at all this crap here, see? A lot of stuff. Now I'm going to remove the Old Stator. Don't lose these, you're going to use them again. Going to disconnect this wire from the purple. There it is. Here's the old one. Here's the new one. Fit this through the first fin. There it goes. Uh-oh. Okay. Alright. Yep. Cool. Fits right on there. Wiggle it around, make sure it's in the hole right. Be careful not to break the wires. If one of these wires broke, it's doneski. It won't work. Doesn't seem to be long enough. Alright, it is. Very lightly, I'm not going to go crazy. That's it. I mean, you don't want it too tight. As long as it's on here, that's it. I'm not doing it anymore. Yeah, that's good. It's on there. Keyway. This damn flywheel has kicked my ass today. I'm going to line it up. Oh, my finger. Line it up with the keyway. Oh man, moment of truth. Let's see if this thing goes all the way in. What can I do? Just try it. Looks like it's turning all the way in. Alright, it's turning. It's on there, but it's not tight yet. Looks like it's getting tighter. Alright, that's it. Yeah, it's on there. Cool. Nice. Okay. So I'm over here now. I was trying to find a female connector to this, you know. I couldn't find it. This one is the same thing, just doesn't have that insulated connector. That goes into there, and I'm going to splice this. Finding my purple wire, the one that leads to the ignition coil. Not the ignition coil, the ignition switch. That routes itself to the battery. And that's what charges the battery, is this purple wire here. I only know that because with the old Stator, it was charging the battery through that purple wire. So here's that yeller connector here. can only go one way, and that's the way it goes. And there we go. You guys got that? 2 black wires, both AC outputs, going into the 2 yellow ones, AC inputs, coming out with the DC output, connected to the purple wire, which is to the battery, ignition switch to the battery. So, put the cover on. No, I'm not going to put the cover on. I'm just going to start it. I'm going to go crazy. I'm just going to start it, put a multimeter onto the battery, and see how many volts it's charging. Alright, I set up the multimeter. I'm going to try it. I'm gonna start it. I'm gonna. I don't know, guys. It's exactly the same as before I changed the stator, remember?
Actually, that was charging at 12.5 or something when the PTO was not on. When I put the PTO on, it was still constant at 12.2. So there's not much difference. Unless that voltage regulator has to be grounded. What do you guys think? Maybe it has to be grounded, huh? Alright, so I just took that voltage regulator and I just popped it on here temporarily, right there. And to test if it's a good enough ground, you look at the multimeter. Got the red connected onto the battery. If this black one reads 12.3 or something like that, then you have a good ground. And sure enough, it's good ground, see? So now the voltage regulator is grounded. Let's see if we find a different current than 12.3. Stupid thing stuck there. Let me fix that first. Alright, so it's connected to the battery. What do you guys see? 12.7, right? That was it. We got this going now. Well, alright, so I'll admit it. Thank you guys for giving me the business on the comments. Otherwise, I would have never done it. You know what I mean? So now you guys were right, 100%. The 16-amp stator generates way more electricity now into the battery to help sustain when the PTO is engaged on this tractor. So, man, it charges almost 13 volts with the PTO on and almost 13.8 volts when the PTO is off. So it's really, really generating good current into the battery, you know. I don't usually have good luck with stators, but this is great. So, you know, I'm going to put everything back, and we're good to go on this. I'll have to figure out where I'm going to mount that voltage regulator, though. That's it. Now I'm done. Now this is finally fixed. And I'm glad that you guys told me to do this, because if it wasn't for you guys, I would have just left it the way it was, you know. But now we got it all straightened out. It took 9 episodes to get this DYT4000 perfect, right? But I'm happy because I learned a lot about stators and ampers and air tools and all kinds of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So while it took 9 episodes to get this done, and I appreciate all my regulars following me on this entire journey, you know, it really occupied a lot of my time, you know. Not that that's a bad thing, but it's all a learning experience, you know. So shout outs to all you guys. You guys know who you are. The same ones that comment all the time. For you newcomers, I think you'll like my channel, you know, and it's interactive, you know. If you tell me something that you know is right, that will help me fix whatever project I'm doing, I'll do it, you know what I'm saying? So stay tuned for my next project. It's probably going to be that snowblower I got for 50 bucks. Doesn't really start right, you know, so I want to do an engine swap. So I've got a 5 horsepower Tecumseh engine, exactly the same engine as that. I'm going to do a swap on that. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that yet, but I'd like to get it out of the way, you know what I mean? So I can start working on my Craftsman GT6000 garden tractor. I'm going to put this 16 horsepower Vanguard horizontal shaft engine on it. But in the meantime, I don't have an engine mounting plate for that. So I don't really want to fabricate a thing. It may not be right. I'd rather just try to find that mounting plate for the engine, you know. Anyway, so that was it. Stator upgrade from a dual circuit Briggs & Stratton 5-amp stator to a 10/16 amp stator. And PTO works, as you guys saw. Charge is great. Engine runs fantastic. Lights work. Comes with the bagger system. Triple bagger. This is a nice tractor, man, you know. Shame I can't keep it, though. But anyway, see you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers. Hey guys, support my channel. Buy a sticker. Got the bumper sticker too. Thanks for watching, guys. See you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers. Follow my Instagram at Mowers Blowers. Check out my website at mowersblowers.com.